watched the air quality in this area, throughout this area, since '86, go bad, worse, even more worse still. What is the justification for your existence? You want to be sunset, and all of you put out to find new jobs.
And Mr. Hogan will be followed by Raymond Crawford.
Some of this has already been discussed, but I'm going to go through it one more time. TCEQ needs to create a plan that zeroes in on the impacts on our air from the Barnett Shale gas exploration activity. In 2008, Dr. Alva Menderes rather clearly states that the impact to ambient air quality alone will equal that of every ground transportation source, cars, trucks, and trains. The solution can no longer be found, as you've said in every publication I've ever read, that it can be found by auto technology and dealing with the automobiles. We're going to add 3 to 5 million cars in this area over the next 5 to 10 years. Highway projects are falling behind, and gridlock is something that we're looking at daily. We have required vapor recovery systems on every gasoline pump in this non-attainment zone, yet we allow the gas drillers not to be required to do the same with all their equipment that is emitting raw methane into our air. Activity in this industry must be held accountable for our ambient air quality alone. You can take the toxins out of it. You can stop talking about the benzene. If you make them regulate their ambient air quality, we'll take care of benzene. If you make them put vapor recovery systems on all their water storage tanks and all their activities, we'll take care of the benzene. Regulation that allows 25 tons per year of emissions per source needs to be reevaluated and lowered drastically because we're not accounting for that accumulative effect of what we're doing in the Barnett Shale, and we're only 25% built up. Excuse me. The permit by rule regulations need to be drastically changed. Air monitors need to be increased and to be able to evaluate the impacts. 3 or 4 monitors in the Tarrant County area just are not going to paint the picture that we need to see, and who's choosing where these monitors are going to go. The cost of this monitoring should not be borne by the public. The industry's throwing it back at you. You want to put more monitors out there? Go ahead. We don't mind, because they know you're not going to afford it. So put it on them. Make them pay for those monitors with an environmental impact fee. Whatever's required, make them do it. If that's 24/7 at every site, we need to know the truth. Mr. Allen came up here. He represents the industry with the Barnett Shale Energy Educational Propaganda Machine.
Yes.
He came up here representing the industry. He asked for more monitors. Yes. I would call the Barnett Shale Educational Commission and Ed Island and ask him, is the industry willing to pay for it? And I bet you the answer is going to be no. Feasibility, whenever you talk to the industry, they say it's economically infeasible to do that. You can't tell them, and you can't put a regulation if it's economically feasible, because they'll tell you no, it's not every time. It is feasible, and they need to do it.
Mr. Crawford.
Thank you. My name is Raymond Crawford. I live in Dallas, Texas, particularly Oak Cliff, Texas. I've just recently found out that in 2008, the city of Dallas took a $33 million check from XTO Energy to allow proposed drilling in and around the western and southwestern sections of Dallas. The reason no one knows about this is because the media has not reported it. As of today, I've been in communications with the Dallas Morning News, and they are working on the story. So what I'm asking for your help in blocking this proposed gas well that will be constructed at Mountain Creek Lake next to the DFW cemetery. I'm asking for any help here in the audience to fax Mayor Leppert at 670-0646. Tell Mayor Leopard they need to give the money back. They do not need to make this deal with the devil. They need to not do the gas drilling in Dallas. I can use anybody's help after the meeting. Thank you.
Mr. Reyes, followed by Mr. John Fisher. Is there a Mr. Reyes here? John Fisher? Lawrence Cottle? Stashka Starr? Alok Bashkar? Nelda Nels? Oh, okay, Mr. Bashkar is here.
My name is Alok Bhaskar from Flormont. I want to bring your attention of the double standards and misleading statement by TCEQ on regulating gas wells. A couple of weeks back, when I was reading news of withholding of the benzene results in Fort Worth, there was a statement made by one of the directors in the news that Texans inhale 11,000 parts per billion of benzene while filling gas in gas stations. So I think he was trying to defend that inhaling benzene from gasoline is fine. So I wrote to TCEQ officials and I said, where did they get this 11,000 parts per billion figure? So they gave me a whole study and they said, okay, this 11,000 parts per billion is coming from stage 1 recovery that is put on the gas station. And stage 1 recovery is in some rural areas. Fort Worth, Texas, Fort Worth, Dallas, and the Collins County, they have stage 2 recovery in the gas station. And the results that you guys gave to me, the results of the benzene was 1 part per billion. And Mr. John said earlier, he said 11,000 parts per billion is here. I mean, what a misleading statement. And for information, as one of the gentlemen said, that TCEQ mandates all gas stations to have vapor recovery for stage 2 in Fort Worth and all those areas. Whereas you don't have any mandate for gas drilling and gas wells to vapor recovery units. A vapor recovery unit costs only $60,000 and it reduces pollution from 22.5 tons to 1 tons per year. $60,000 and the amount of donation the gas company makes to the all the politicians is like millions. What is $60,000? Why can't you guys make it mandatory for the companies to put vapor recovery on those gas stations?
Richard Wayne.
I'm sorry that some of your group had to leave. We've been pretty hard on you tonight. And I would like to acknowledge that I know you have absolutely no power to do anything about any of this. And I'm very disappointed that the commissioners couldn't make it.
And he'll be followed by Corey Clark.
Good evening. It's been a long day, I'm sure, for all of us. I'm just representing myself and my family. My name is Richard Wayne. I live in DeSoto, Texas, near the South Dallas County line. Every week, about 4 to 5 times a week, I take a bicycle ride down into North Dallas County for exercise. And I see the smoke billowing from the cement plants in Midlothian each time I go for a ride. I'm not confident that the most is being done to limit the harmful emissions for myself, my family, and my neighbors. My wife, who grew up in Brooklyn, New York, actually only contracted asthma here in the last few years. Please do the very best you can to ensure that the air we breathe is as clean as possible. Not a question. Thank you.